It was just because I saw my little brother teasing a woman. The African president pointed the new gun he'd asked me to show him at him and fired.
Why'd you do that?
What did you say?
Well, now you're gonna have to buy it. It's a used gun. How can I sell a used gun?
The president happily said he wanted to buy these guns, but he wasn't planning to pay in cash. I was getting a headache thinking about how to convince him, but then he gave me something I couldn't refuse. I laughed with joy. Although these guns were to be used by 14-year-old Boy Scouts, I didn't care. All I cared about was the temptation of money. I was originally a failed Ukrainian immigrant in the U.S. Until I accidentally witnessed a gang shootout. I realized that in America, arms were more in demand than food, so I decided to become an arms dealer. Through my father's connections, I got my hands on an Israeli-made Uzi submachine gun. Although I knew nothing about firearms, before my first transaction, I went over the manual repeatedly, trying to make myself look like an expert. But I quickly realized this kind of transaction wasn't going to make me rich. If I wanted to get rich fast, I needed to make bigger deals. So I brought my brother Vitaly in. Vitaly wasn't too keen on this work, but eventually I convinced him. I set my sights on the arms exhibition in Berlin, hoping to get resources from some big players in the arms trade. However, I couldn't even catch the attention of arms dealer Weiss. Then, in 1984, the U.S. military withdrew from Lebanon. Typically, they wouldn't take their weapons back with them, because the cost of shipping them to the U.S. was far higher than the value of the arms themselves. I was given the rights to handle a batch of weapons. It was a surefire business, just one deal, and the profits could multiply by several times. Even dozens of times. However, such opportunities don't just fall from the sky. U.S. officers also needed a nice cut. After paying the bribe, I realized the original profits were pitifully small. In order to sell the goods and get my money back faster, I didn't hesitate to abandon any political stance. As long as I provided arms to both sides in a firefight, my business would rise quickly. But as my reputation spread, problems started to arise. Someone must have leaked information, and Interpol found me while I was transporting the guns.